Welcome back, and we're going to talk about therapy. I think we're all in this particular space here where, the levels of stress is so high. We're suffering from anxiety. It's gone even worse since lockdown 3 has been announced by President Ramaphosa. And we're looking for ways to actually, trying to get rid of that anxiety and get ourselves into a better mindset. And this morning we have a very different angle for you. We're going to be speaking to Sister Zaynub Paruk from Chilli Chocolate Chefs, and she's going to be talking about baking as a distraction or therapy for the tough times that we find ourselves in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sister Zaynub, are you on the line? Now, let me tell you something a little bit about baking. So what the idea is with Chilli Chocolate Chefs is they're trying to create this connection. We're all at home. We're stuck here during this lockdown 3. We don't know where to do, what to do, where to go. We're all stuck in a particular space. But she's saying, let's connect with our families, get everybody involved, do some baking. And she's going to talk to us about how therapeutic it really is. What it does for us, what sort of space it puts us in, and how much of a different mindset it creates for us. And I think that's what's important, is because we've been touching on different mindsets for a while now through Sister Rukshana Mode and talking about the anxieties. We spoke to our relationship coach about the different things that we could do as far as, winding down is concerned and dealing with the anxieties. But we're hoping to tap back into us, and we seem to be having a little bit of a technical glitch. So we're going to see if we can get her on the line, maybe through telephone. Unfortunately, the signal has been really bad on her side, and we can't seem to connect with her. But, as you know, Chilli Chocolate Chefs has definitely been making their mark in the Durban area. With the types of things that they have been creating. But we're also going to talk about, the better way of eating through this space. Because I think what happens is a lot of the times during these lockdowns, we find ourselves at home and having nothing to do, and we start binging on the incorrect things. And this also affects our health because, as we know, a healthy mind and a healthy body go together. So let's see if we can get her on the line with telephone. So I'm going to quickly switch over. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sister Zaynub. Are you on the line? Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so sorry we seem to be having a technical glitch from your side there.
Myself on today, so you've got the duo today.
Oh, isn't that much fun? Because I know I've tasted Chilli Chocolate Chefs before, and trust me, I wish you were down here in Johannesburg because now I'm really missing out.
Funny enough, we were in Joburg last week for an event. Last week, I think it was 2 weeks ago for an event, and I actually feel like I need to move to Joburg. I love them. It doesn't feel so hot in Joburg. Durban is just like humid and hectic. Joburg is like dry. It just feels so much nicer.
Yeah.
I'm considering moving there.
Oh, I wouldn't be complaining because I'm going to be getting benefits of that. So let's talk to us about the situation we're in right now. It's so dire. People are stuck at home. We're now in lockdown 3, a whole lot worse. We're dealing with the second wave. As we know, it's so highly contagious. It's worse than the first one we had. And people are stuck in the zone. And we've been speaking to different mindset coaches to be able to entice people into a better space and get their minds off the anxieties and the difficult challenges that they're facing. And this is where you come in this morning. We want to thank you so much for joining us because you've been using baking as a therapy, to create a better space mindset for people. And you were talking about how therapeutic it is. So we want you to entice our listeners into this because once we're done with this segment, we're hoping that everybody gets into their kitchen. And it's also a way of connection with your family, because you're not going to do it on your own. You're going to get your family connected in this as well.
Absolutely. But thank you for having us on. We really, really appreciate it. We also have a really lovely recipe that we're going to share with you. So we're going
I'm
to really
looking forward to
spicy
that.
today.
I'm really looking forward to that. So talk to me. A lot of the times we're using different types of therapy, speaking to the different mindset coaches. But this is such a nice, different approach because a lot of the times you find when you're stuck in this lockdown, the kids are probably doing coloring, you're busy with a book, hubby's busy with something else. And that reconnection is what we're looking for during this particular time. And this is exactly what this therapeutic baking is going to do.
No, 100%. Assalamu alaikum. It's Fatima here now. How are you?
Walaikum salam. Thank you so much for joining me, Fatima. It's such a pleasure having both sisters on the line.
Yeah. And now we are live radio, so we can't fight.
I think that's a safer option. But if you were on air, it would have been nicer because then I could be interacting with both of you at the same time.
I know. We would have loved to be able to have seen, but I'm not sure what's going on with the connection. But maybe next time.
Most definitely. We are going to step into you in another space. But today, I think the most important thing for us is to talk about how therapeutic baking is and what it can do for us. And as I was talking about, there's 3 R's that I speak about on my show, and it's reflection, retrospection, and reconnection. And reconnection, I mean not only with our creator, but with our families as well. Because if you look at us during our everyday lives, everybody's so different busy in their own little spaces. And I think this has grounded us.
No, 100%. You've just tapped on so many points so beautifully, and it's exactly what's going on. It's been such a challenging and overwhelming time for us as individuals and for the business as well. Nafisa, we were mainly a catering company. So we mainly did events. And with the entire change of everything that had happened this past year, we've had to adapt everything. And one thing that has given us a little bit of comfort has been baking. So yeah, it's always a joke that what do you do in your free time, and people say, oh no, you bake. I'm a chef, but in my free time I still bake.
Right. So talk to me about the therapeutic ways. How can one connect back with that? Because a lot of the times people are so used to just walking into a store and buying something ready, not realizing what this can do for you.
Psychologists have also proven that spending time in the kitchen can help you relieve stress. And at the moment, people are filled with stress and anxiety. And baking has a way of releasing happy hormones in you. It also has a way of wanting to connect with other people and helping you share. Because when you bake something, you're not going to just sit with the entire cake and eat it yourself. You're going to share. You're going to get your kids involved. You're going to get your family involved. You're going to go probably to your neighbors or people in your circle, obviously within the boundaries of your safety and your hygiene as well. So it has all those sort of happy sort of vibes and hormones around it. And what we've noticed is that we have a daily menu that goes out every day from Tuesday to Saturday, and we always include a baked item in there, a sweet item.
Right.
We often get people tell us, hey, you know what, I just need a dessert today. It is, and I had such a beautiful message from someone this morning who said, thank you so much for just giving us little rays of happiness in an otherwise dismal world. So I actually looked at that message and I thought that people are looking to food and looking at baking and food and just like dessert stuff to just create a little bit of comfort, a little bit of a happy zone in your mind, in your home. There is so much going on. No one knows really what's going on. And it's overwhelming for everyone, no matter who you are or what position you're in.
That is so true. I agree with
you 100%. Yeah. So my thing is that even if you're not a chef or you're not somebody who would ordinarily go to the kitchen, simply just stepping into the kitchen can be such a nourishing experience for your body and for your mind. We underestimate the little things that we can do in our day that actually can change the way we look at something and change our whole outlook on the day, and just create a more positive feel, a more positive vibe. Which is what we ultimately trying to do.
Yeah, you're so right. Because sometimes you've created something and you're so proud of yourself and you feel so happy and the family enjoyed it. Just, change that mindset that you're in. It gives you a happier space. And I think that's what everybody's looking to do now is create this happier space at home. So we can kind of comfort each other and make each other feel better. There's not a better way than just doing it the way you are doing it. So share us that quick recipe because we don't have much time left.
Okay, cool. Zaynab, so we are sharing with you a baked cheesecake recipe. Now, those of you who know Chilli Chocolate Chef, we are known for our cheesecake, but I'm going to share with you a really lovely, easy cheesecake recipe.
I'm looking forward to that because now you've just hit it on the right button. That's my favorite.
Is it? Oh, good. And this one is so easy, literally a 5-minute story, so you're going to love it. So you're going to need 2 eggs,
Right.
250 grams of cream cheese, 2/3 cups of sugar. You can use caster sugar or normal sugar, doesn't matter. 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, 200 grams of biscuits. You can use any biscuit of your choice, and 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter. For your method, so you're going to preheat the oven to 180. Melt your butter and your biscuits together. So you obviously have to crush your biscuits first. Then you melt the butter with the biscuit, and then you fill them into either paper cups or into a casserole or into little rings or molds. Anything fancy, you can put it into anything. Then you're going to beat your cream cheese, sugar, eggs, and vanilla, and pour that over your biscuit. So you're probably going to need about 2 tablespoons or 3 tablespoons in each one over your biscuit. Give your tray a little bit of a tap so it's like even, and then you bake that for 15 to 20 minutes.
Wow, that sounds really enticing. So I think what you need to do is share that recipe with us. We'll put it up on our website. So if our listeners have missed out on that, then definitely, they can refer back to the website. But we want to thank you so much for making us understand this morning the importance of changing our therapeutic ways of helping ourselves get into a better mindset. And we will definitely catch up with you at some point in time in the new year. Jazakallah so much for joining us. Have a lovely, should we say, last few days of the year going forward, and we wish that it's a better one next year, inshallah, and you do stay safe.
Jazakallah so much. Thank you. And if you're ever looking for more bake recipes, check our Instagram lives. We do a lot of those they're all posted there.
Yeah, you definitely stuck with me. Thank you so much, and I'm sure our listeners are. You take care. Lovely chatting. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So that was Zaynub and Paruk enticing us to, of course, use baking as a therapeutic way of getting our mindset into a better space, especially now during the second wave. We're going to go for a quick break. We'll be back.